Well, welcome back, folks. This is Dan Oweiler, your retirement professor. Welcome back to Safe Money Retirement. I know last time we talked about your retirement house, so to speak, or your investment house, and we had our roof that provided risk assets to us, our walls provided our moderate risk, and our foundation was set up with safe and secure assets that were going to protect the foundation of our overall plan. I want to talk to you today, folks, about what I think are the two investment worlds that you can put your money into. You can invest your money in two different worlds, and depending upon your risk tolerance or how much growth you want, might depend upon how much you put in each of those worlds. So we're going to talk about what I call the two investment worlds today, okay? The first world is what I call the world of protection. That's where our money is safe. And when we want our money safe, there's only certain areas that we can put that. That means that our principal is going to be guaranteed. We don't have to worry about losing it if the market goes down. And so a lot of people will use banks. They'll use CDs, money market accounts. You can get government securities like T-bills. People use fixed annuity contracts. Let me put that in there because there's different types of annuity contracts, but fixed annuities would also fit into this category. Or if you want, you can just put it under the mattress. Okay? Now, these are safe money vehicles that you can use, all right? A lot of people might have different opinions as to what is a safe money vehicle. They'll say, well, I can use bonds right now, and short-term bonds, if you're going to hold them maturity, I don't have a problem with. 5-year, 6-year bonds, at the end of 5 or 6 years, you're going to get your principal back, and they're going to pay you a little bit of interest. However, if interest rates do go up, the value of bonds go down. That's why it's not quite as safe as some of these other things, okay? Now, when we put our money into these types of investments, basically our principal is guaranteed. If we're in a CD, we know that the FDIC guarantees it for $250,000. We know that the government securities is backed by the U.S. government. Annuities are guaranteed by the full faith and credit of the issuing insurance company. So all these things do have guarantees to them, and so our principal really is guaranteed, okay? I'm going to come to this side a little bit. Now, the other thing that is guaranteed is our income. Our income is guaranteed because we know what interest rate the CD is going to pay. We know what interest rate the T-bill is going to pay, or the fixed annuity. That is guaranteed, and we know what that is going to be, so our income is also guaranteed. However, in this type of environment, if we surrender it early, we could get a penalty on early surrender. Okay? So if we get a 3 or 4 year CD and we decide that we want to surrender it after 2 years, there is some surrender penalty involved in that. Same with T-bills or fixed annuities. All of these things have a penalty if you decide that you want to surrender early. Now, because we want our money safe and because we want it guaranteed, we are going to give up opportunities to earn more growth or income off of that. Now, we know that interest rates are down quite a bit, but at some point, they're going to have to start rising. I don't know when, I don't know how, but at some point we're going to hope that interest rates start rising and we're going to do a little bit better. So I would tell you that in this world over the next 5 years, you're going to earn somewhere between 1% to 4%. Now, I don't know when that will be, but I think that could happen as interest rates start to go back up. It is what it is in this type of environment. When we want our money safe, we have to take a lower return because that's just the nature of the market. The second world that we can put our money in is what I call the world of potential. And that's where We want potential or growth to our investments, okay? Things like the stock market, real estate, commodities, futures, options, if you want to get real aggressive, those types of things. So when we invest in this world, we use things like stocks, mutual funds. People buy real estate to have their money grow. You can have a managed brokerage account where you hire somebody to actually come in and manage your money for you, but they're generally going to use stocks and mutual funds in this. So you can have a managed brokerage account. You can get commodities like gold and silver. You also have variable annuities on this side. A lot of different things that you can invest your money in this type of environment. Now, there are always different things, REITs or modifications of things. Just be careful that when we put our money here, our principal is not guaranteed. We're trading the guarantee of principal for more growth opportunities. So our principal is not guaranteed. Our income is not guaranteed because we don't know how these investments are going to perform. And so we don't have a guarantee of any type of return or income. And in order for this world to be able to work out for us, we need time on our side to be able to ride the markets out. Well, what I have found is that as we grow older, the less time we have to recoup the money. I was in a workshop last night, and one of the gentlemen raised their hands and says, in 2008, we lost 50% of the market, and then it took 6 years just to get back to where we were. So we drop all of that value in 1 year, but it takes 6 years to climb back up. So we need time on our side to be able to ride these markets out, okay? Now, they tell us that we ought to be able to earn somewhere between 8 to 10% on an annual basis over a period of time, meaning that the market can go up 40% in a year, but it can also go down 40% in a year. It's not right or wrong, it's just that's what happens when you invest in these types of investments. You give up safety and security for a higher return. And so what you want to understand going into your planning process is, where do I feel most comfortable with my investments? Do I feel like a safe and secure return is better for me? Or do I want to take the potential of growth opportunities for a little bit higher return? Doesn't mean that you have to have one or the other. We can put 75% of our assets here and say we want to take 25% over here for a flyer. So if this particular world happens to have a financial storm hit, at least we've got a good foundation, like we've talked about before, in order to not blow up our whole retirement house, so to speak. So we want to make sure going forward that we understand the different investment worlds, the different opportunities, where we can put our money to make sure that we reach the goals that we have. Well, hopefully some of these concepts has helped you in planning your retirement, folks. If you'd like to take advantage of sitting down with us, we'd be happy to offer you a complimentary consultation. Just give us a call at our offices. Our number is 859-8900. Our website is Sterling, F as in Frank, A as in Apple.com. We'd be happy to sit down with you and talk to you about what your hopes and dreams are in retirement. We hope you have a safe and secure retirement. Thank you.
It's your retirement. How will you live it? How will you be remembered?
Will you be able to take me on vacation?
Will you be there for my ball games?
Will you teach me your values? Will you be able to play with me?
Oh, help me go to college. How will I remember you?
Have the retirement you dream about. Contact us today.